I've traveled to many corners of our planet, each journey revealing new wonders and unexpected truths. From bustling cities to remote villages, I've always been drawn to places with stories that challenge what we think we know. But a single word, sinful, kept echoing in my mind, pulling me toward Timor-Leste, Asia's youngest nation. It was a word that didn't seem to fit, and yet it was everywhere I looked. Online, I stumbled upon countless posts and headlines calling Timor-Leste the most sinful country in the region. The label was baffling, almost surreal. What could possibly earn a place like this such a reputation? Was it truly a land of vice, or was it simply misunderstood by outsiders who never set foot here? The more I read, the more questions I had. The images I found online painted a different picture. Endless stretches of empty beaches, rolling green mountains, and untouched natural beauty that seemed worlds away from the rumors. And then there were the people, smiling children, warm greetings from villagers, a sense of community and resilience that shone through every photograph. It was nothing like the stories I'd heard. Driven by curiosity, I dove deep into travel forums and online discussions, searching for answers. But the claims I found were vague, often baseless, and rarely backed by real experience. Some blamed poverty, others pointed to a so-called wild culture. But most of these opinions came from people who had never actually visited. The truth seemed lost in a sea of speculation. It became clear that few outsiders had truly explored Timor-Leste. Misconceptions thrive when a nation is isolated by geography or history, and Timor-Leste has experienced both. Its rugged coastline and remote villages have kept it hidden from the world, allowing myths and misunderstandings to take root and grow. So I packed my skepticism alongside my camera and notebook, determined to see for myself. My goal was simple: to discover the truth behind the label and understand the real Timor-Leste. Was Timor-Leste truly a den of iniquity, or was it simply a victim of misunderstanding and outdated stereotypes? I was ready to find out. My mission was clear: to uncover the reality behind the rumors, to listen to the voices of those who call this place home, and to share the true spirit of a nation still defining itself in the eyes of the world. To truly understand Timor-Leste, you first need to find it on the map. Nestled in Southeast Asia, just east of Indonesia, on a small island that's split in two. The island of Timor is shared by two countries. The western half belongs to Indonesia, while the eastern half is Timor-Leste, a nation that many people around the world have never even heard of. Yet, despite its small size, Timor-Leste holds a unique place in the region, both geographically and culturally. The eastern half is Timor-Leste, a country that has been independent only since 2002, making it one of the world's youngest nations. Its capital, Dili, sits on the northern coast, overlooking the deep blue waters of the Timor Sea. The landscape is rugged and beautiful, with mountains rising behind the city and lush green hills rolling down to the coast. Timor-Leste's history is layered and complex. Centuries as a Portuguese colony left a lasting mark on its language, architecture, and traditions. The influence of Portugal can still be seen in the colonial buildings, the Catholic churches, and even in the Portuguese words woven into the local Taítam language. After Portugal's departure, Timor-Leste endured 24 long years of Indonesian occupation. This period was marked by conflict, resistance, and immense hardship for the Timorese people, who fought bravely for their right to self-determination. The scars of conflict are still fresh, visible in the faces of the people and the rebuilding homes. Yet alongside the pain, there is a powerful sense of hope, a determination to move forward and create a better future. Today, Timor-Leste is a nation in the process of rebuilding. It faces significant challenges, from poverty to limited infrastructure. But what stands out most is the spirit of its people. In the markets, in the villages, and in the cities, you see communities coming together, working side by side to improve their lives. Optimism is everywhere. The future is finally in Timorese hands. National celebrations are filled with pride, and classrooms are alive with the laughter and dreams of young students who know that they are the generation that will shape what comes next. The population is remarkably young, most under 25, eager to connect with the world beyond their shores. They're learning English, embracing technology, and sharing their vibrant culture through music, dance, and social media. Their dreams are big, and their energy is infectious. Walking the streets of Dili, you can feel the pulse of a nation writing its own story. Every corner tells a tale of resilience, every smile hints at a hope for something better, and every interaction is a reminder of the strength found in community. Timor-Leste is not defined by its past, but by its resilience and its ability to rise above adversity. The sunrise over Dili each morning is a symbol of new beginnings and the promise of a brighter tomorrow. Its youth are the future, ready to shape a new chapter for their country. They are stepping up as leaders, pursuing education, and working together to protect their environment and build a sustainable future. This is a country of hope, ambition, and pride. Timor-Leste may be small, but its people's dreams are vast, and their determination to succeed is unwavering. The world is beginning to notice, and Timor-Leste is ready to take its place on the global stage. Dili, the capital, pulses with contrasts. Modern buildings beside tin-roofed homes, battered taxis next to shiny SUVs. The air is thick with sea breeze and grilled fish. Dili isn't polished, but it's alive and real. The Cristo Rey statue stands watch over the city, a symbol of peace and forgiveness. The Resistance Museum and Santa Cruz Cemetery remind visitors of the nation's struggle and resilience. But Dili is also about life sunsets on the waterfront, families gathering, kids playing football. Cafes and restaurants are popping up, adding to the city's vibrancy. In these everyday moments, you feel Dili's true pulse. It's a city that's endured much, yet faces the future with a smile. Dili welcomes all who come to discover its story. To truly know Timor-Leste, you must leave Dili and explore its wild landscapes. Coastal roads reveal empty white sand beaches and jungle-clad hills, often with no one else in sight. Jacó Island, sacred and uninhabited, is paradise: powdery sand, crystal water, and phenomenal snorkeling. The mountainous interior is the country's soul: villages, coffee plantations, and ancient forests. Mount Ramelau, the highest peak, is a pilgrimage site where locals greet the sunrise. Life in rural villages is simple, deeply connected to land and tradition. People live in traditional houses, grow their own food, and share strong community bonds. Children play freely, and smiles are everywhere. Here, material wealth is scarce, but community and culture are rich. This is the real Timor-Leste: beautiful, spiritual, and welcoming. So where did the Sinful label come from? Timor-Leste is one of the world's most Catholic nations, shaped by faith and tradition. The idea of it being a hub of sin is the opposite of reality. Some say the label comes from oil and gas revenue, a sin against the environment, not morality. Others suggest a linguistic mix-up or an online joke gone viral. Misinformation spreads fast, especially about little-known places. The truth: Timor-Leste is spiritual, traditional, and family-oriented. The real sin is judging a country without understanding it. Timor-Leste deserves to be known for its courage and spirit, not a baseless rumor. Beneath its Catholic faith, Timor-Leste's soul is rooted in ancient animist beliefs. The legend of the crocodile, Abo, or grandfather, shapes the nation's identity. The island's shape, the respect for crocodiles, and the creation myth are central to Timorese culture. Lisan, the traditional belief system, governs rituals and social bonds, blending with Catholicism. In rural areas, animist ceremonies and Catholic processions coexist. I witnessed a village ceremony, chanting, drums, offerings, and a powerful sense of connection. The community's bond to land and ancestors is profound. This spiritual depth is the true heart of Timor-Leste. The crocodile myth is a metaphor for friendship, sacrifice, and home. Here, sacredness, not sin, defines the nation. Everywhere I went in Timor-Leste, I was struck by the quiet strength and resilience of the Timorese people. Whether in bustling markets or remote mountain villages, their spirit shone through in everyday moments. Smiles exchanged between neighbors, laughter echoing through the fields, and a sense of community that seemed to bind everyone together. Despite the hardships they have faced, there is a warmth and openness that welcomes visitors and strangers alike. Nearly every family here carries memories of the long and difficult struggle for independence. Stories of loss and sacrifice are common, yet what is truly remarkable is how rare bitterness is among the people. Instead, there is a quiet dignity, a willingness to look forward rather than dwell on the pain of the past. Families gather together, supporting one another and finding strength in unity. During my travels, I met Manuel, a coffee farmer whose life story is woven into the fabric of Timor-Leste's history. He once fought in the resistance, risking everything for his country's freedom. Now, he tends his coffee plants with the same determination, nurturing both his crops and his family. Manuel has lost much, friends, land, and years to conflict, but he chooses to focus on peace and the future of his grandchildren. He finds hope in their laughter and dreams, believing that their lives will be brighter than his own. "The past is the past. Now we must grow," he told me, his voice steady and full of conviction. For Manuel and many others, growth means more than just crops. It means healing, learning, and building a better tomorrow. On a national level, Timor-Leste has chosen the path of reconciliation, forging peaceful ties with Indonesia after years of conflict. Instead of holding on to resentment, the country has embraced dialogue and understanding, setting an example for the world in how to move forward after tragedy. The Timorese people understand that forgiveness is not just a word, but a way of life. It is the foundation of their healing, allowing wounds to close and communities to rebuild stronger than before. Today, children born into freedom fill the villages with laughter and energy. They run through the streets, play in the fields, and dream of futures their parents once only hoped for. Their joy is infectious, a living testament to the hope that now fills the country. In every village I visited, children greeted me and other visitors with wide smiles and open hearts. Their optimism is contagious, and they embody the spirit of a nation determined to move forward. The struggle for independence was, above all, for them, for the next generation. It was a fight to ensure that these children could grow up in peace, with opportunities to learn, dream, and build a brighter future. The Timorese spirit is truly unbreakable. It is wise, shaped by hardship, yet full of grace and kindness. Elders pass down stories and traditions, reminding the young of their roots and the strength that lies within their heritage. Their story is not just one of hardship, but of hope, resilience, and the unwavering belief that tomorrow can be better than today. The future of Timor-Leste rests on the shoulders of its youth. With education, unity, and the lessons of the past, they are ready to lead their country into a bright and promising future. Food in Timor-Leste is about community and sharing. The cuisine blends Southeast Asian and Portuguese influences, simple, fresh, and hearty. Meals are often shared with family or bought from roadside stalls. Dishes like grilled mackerel and bamboo-cooked meat are local favorites. Timor-Leste's organic coffee is world-class, best enjoyed in the cool mountain air. Eating here is a communal affair. Generosity is at the heart of every meal. I shared a meal with a village family. No common language, just smiles and kindness. This spirit of sharing defines Timorese culture. The nation is warm, welcoming, and built on mutual support. In Timor-Leste, what you have, you share. A beautiful philosophy for life. My journey began with a question and ended with admiration for Timor-Leste. I found breathtaking beauty, rich culture, and resilient people. Timor-Leste isn't sinful, it's inspiring. I urge you to visit with an open mind and heart. Your presence supports local communities and helps rewrite the nation's story. Learn a few Titim words, respect local customs, and you'll be welcomed as a guest. Timor-Leste stands at a crossroads with a chance for sustainable tourism. Its story deserves to be told by those who experience it firsthand. Go, listen, and witness the unbreakable spirit of Asia's youngest nation. You'll return with more than memories. You'll return with hope.